Hey, beautiful people. Good Monday. This is November 17th. So, this weekend, I spent the entire weekend in the lab writing. I'm working on some projects. And so, the projects that I'm working on are books that be published in 2026. One of the projects that I'm working on is a book called Scandal. Handle with care and prayer. It's going to be for leaders. How to take the worst things that can happen to you, and make it a positive. How to take the scripture you can use is what the enemy meant for evil. When Joseph told his brothers, "You meant evil, but God meant it for good." Scandal is not a judgment. Scandal is a moment to recalibrate who you are, and it's to prove the character that's within you. So I'm working on that, and then I'm working on a book called Disruption. And the premise is, over the last couple weeks, I found out that I was kicked out of an organization, or suspended for 10 years. Now, let me set this up. I don't do much in society. I'm really a homebody. So found out that I was suspended. And so I was frustrated because I was thinking, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I don't even leave the house that much. I mean, I'm really in the lab working on audio, podcasts, scripts. I'm working on books because I want to help people that are struggling with grief and trauma. I'm a funeral director. I'm a consultant, business consultant, but I'm a funeral director, man. Like, seriously, people are hurting out here. And we spend all this inundated time trying to please people that don't like us. Well, that's not who I am. I was raised as a preacher's kid. And listen, this preacher's kid is tired of trying to put a smile on stuff and do stuff to make people feel happy. So I was struggling with this because Richard Brown being suspended from an organization, it made me go, what did I do? And it hit me as I started working on this new project called Disruption, that oftentimes you are not the problem. So I've come to understand I'm not the problem in this situation. They are. My presence disrupts the flow. So could it be that you are ostracized, picked on, and made to always have to defend yourself because your presence disrupts the system? I'm working on that in this book called Disruption. I go into detail on what happened that led, I guess, to this alleged suspension. I mean, how can you suspend somebody from something that they don't attend locally? Like I said, they can have fun with it, but I'm going to take the layers off because that's what grief talk is all about. Grief talk, unfiltered, unfiltered. We are not going to sugarcoat anything. We're going to lay it on the line and deal with stuff because too many of us, me included, spend our lives being silent. And silent means, and is synonymous for complicity. When you're silent about stuff that's wrong, you're complicit in it. I'm not going to be complicit in anything. I'm going to discuss. I'm not angry. I'm not no angry black man. I have education. I have a bachelor's from Morehouse. I have a master's in criminal justice from Bowling Green. And then I have I'm not ranting. Not ranting at all. But I got a bachelor's Morehouse, a master's in criminal justice, a master's of legal studies. And it's important that I do research. So I've learned how to research. I learned how to look, make sure that I'm not responding, angry. So I've allowed myself the opportunity to take some time to think, realize where I am, and address issues. So disruption is going to be a nice project. Disruption. How to disruption. That's what the name of the book is called. Disruption. If you don't fit in, you are a disruptor. And sometimes you have to take the wins. Take the wins. Enjoy the wins. And if somebody's uncomfortable and they have to concoct some story to alienate you further, it's because your presence makes them uncomfortable. It's not my issue anymore. That was so liberating this weekend. It was like I always would think that I was the problem. But in Grief Talk Unfiltered, man, listen, I want to help people free themselves from being burdened about yesterday. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday's over with. You can't redo yesterday. All you can do is take today and recalibrate and position yourself and pivot for where you want to go. That's it. You have to pivot. So let people throw rocks, let people lie, let people do whatever. The only way you can respond to a lie is speak your truth. Speak your truth and speak it loudly. And then retrace the steps of where the lie began. That's it. We're not trying to do all this, social media has the tendency to try to drag you, whatever. But they only drag you for 24, 48, 72 hours. Okay? Everybody's got ADHD on social media. It's not going to last long. But stay focused and understand you are a voice in this world. And people deserve to hear your voice. Your voice is appreciated. So have a great day. Keep living. Keep healing. Keep rising. You're not the problem. They are. They're the problem. You're not. So enjoy the rest of your day. And again, trust me, I can't wait for my project, these books to be done. But until then, you take care, all right? Take care. I don't even know how to turn this mug off.